about a year ago, I made a video about Leber's congenital amaurosis. That was my type of blindness. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. And the original plan from there was to have different people with different types of blindness make videos and send them in. Well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. So what ended up happening now is that we're going to do a type of blindness called Coates disease today. Now, I was diagnosed with this about 9 years ago, I'd say. So technically, this is still one that I do have. I was diagnosed with it 9 years ago, and I figured I'd just share some information about it for you. Alright, so, really to start out, what is Coates disease? And from what I've found, it's when it's when the blood vessels in the eye, the capillaries, they start to fill with fluid in your blood vessels. And they can cause leaking, which this will lead to a buildup of fluid that can cause the retina to detach. It usually only will affect one eye. If I remember correctly, it's in this one here, but I could be wrong. I've already got the Leber's congenital amaurosis, so it's kind of more difficult for them to tell with me what I have and what I don't in each eye. Like, it's hard for me to remember. If I could see, if I didn't have the Leber's, I could tell you exactly which eye it's in. But since I do have the Leber's, it's hard to tell. Okay, usually only affects one eye, and it's usually diagnosed in childhood. Early diagnosis can save vision. It's a very rare condition, but it's possible to show up in anyone. But it does show up in fewer than 200,000 people in the United States alone. It's a very rare disease condition. I don't know exactly what to call it. It's usually, from what I can tell, diagnosed between the ages of 8 and 16. Usually 2/3 of people will be diagnosed by the age of 10. Let's see. There is no direct cause that's been shown yet. There is no, from what we can tell, there's no link to ethnicity or inherited. There's no inherited genetic link to getting it. So moving on to symptoms. So your symptoms, they can include a yellow eye effect. Basically, when you take pictures with a flash on, your eyes can show up yellow. Something called strabismus, which basically going cross-eyed. I don't even know why they had to make up that name for that. I don't know. A white mass showing up behind the lens of the eye. Loss of depth perception. Vision deterioration. Getting worse over time. And those are the early symptoms. Later symptoms include reddish color of the iris, eye inflammation, retinal detachment. Basically, the retina will no longer be attached to the layer that it's supposed to be. Glaucoma, cataracts, which is a clouding of the lens, and eyeball atrophy, it's basically where the optic nerve is damaged. Okay, now Coates disease occurs in 5 stages. In stage 1, the doctor can see the abnormal blood vessels, but they haven't started to leak yet. Stage 2, the vessels have started to leak. If small, the vision may remain really unaffected. If larger, there is severe vision loss. It's possible. In stage 3, the retina is either partially or completely detached. Stage 4, you've developed increased pressure in the eye or glaucoma. And in stage 5, you've completely lost vision in the eye. You also have possibly developed cataracts and eyeball atrophy. Okay. There's different diagnosis tests, and I'm sorry guys, I don't know what these things are right here. I'll tell you the names of the tests, and if you're interested, go look them up yourself. So there's retinal fluorescein angiography. That's FLUORESCEIN A-I-N, and then angiography is A-N-G-I-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y. I don't really know what that is. I'm sorry, guys. Echography or CAT scan. Sorry. Treatment options. Laser surgery can be used to affect the. They can, affect the. What's the word I'm looking for? Hold on. Affected blood vessels. Yes. Sorry. Cryosurgery. There's like a needle-like applicator, basically. They produce extreme cold, causes scar tissue to form around the eye, around the blood vessels, which should prevent further leaking. Onto recovery, this includes steroid injections to the eye under local anesthetics. It's also possible to reattach the retina. Now, I know people who have gone through surgeries for, detached retinas and stuff. Now, in my experience, they've all come back the same. Of course, I'm sure there's others who have gone through it and it's actually worked. Obviously, I probably haven't met them because they wouldn't have come to the blind school. There is no cure, but early treatment can help to maintain eyesight. About 25% of people may continue to experience about 25% of people who have already gone through this, they may continue to experience loss of eyesight. Jeez, I can't read my own writing. The biggest thing is catching it when you can. Is catching it as early as possible. So if you or a loved one, or if you believe a loved one is developing Coats disease, you need to be sure to see your doctor immediately. I will advise you guys, this video is not meant to be taken. Do not try and diagnose yourself with this video. Please do not. I am not a medical professional. All of this information that I'm giving you right now, it comes from the Healthline website. I don't even know if that's a reputable website. I'm not going to lie. And then also from just my personal experiences having it. I did have a leak, but last time I went to my eye doctor, I almost said podiatrist, what am I thinking? Last time I went to my eye doctor, they said the leak had stopped. Now, it's been a few years since I've gone back. I really need to get back in there. There are days where I do feel the pressure in the eye. But, yeah, biggest thing is catching it when you can, getting it as early as possible. And before anyone asks, no, for me, there was really no point in ever getting it, going through any treatment options. I've already got the Leber's congenital amaurosis, so no matter what, I was going to be blind. So I never saw a purpose in going and getting this done. But like I said, that's just me. I would strongly encourage, if you have a young child who's showing any of these symptoms, please go get them checked out. I'm sure you will. Obviously, I shouldn't even need to say that. But just giving you an idea. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to start doing these. I'm going to start trying to do these videos at least once a month on on eye conditions. So go ahead and down in the comments tell me whether you want to hear about glaucoma next, or what's it called? Retinopathy prematurity, I think is what it's called. Yeah, we'll do those two. So go ahead and tell me down in the comments section which one you want to hear about next. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, share it with someone who may need to know more information. If I missed anything, if you have Coats disease, I'd love to hear more information down in the comments. Obviously, keep it civil. If I messed something up, I'm only human, guys. Please don't go down in the comments and be aggressive or anything like that. I don't think anyone will, but... And yeah, is there anything else you can think of, Christopher?
No.
Alright, well, have a great day. God bless you guys, and thanks for stopping by.